Oh yeah, I made a point earlier about like I don't know, the male feminist effect or what people make fun of when they talk about male feminists. I think this is part of the reason why feminism has become a dirty word to a lot of people. Like even as feminist beliefs have grown more popular even with women, the number of people calling themselves feminists has gone down. And I think that there are a number of reasons for that, mostly like a right-wing disinfo campaign, the idea that feminists are like all fun-hating, stuck-up prudes or something like that, you know. But I think a part of it is that there's been this like ascription of skeeziness to self-identifying as a feminist because so many men have done so disingenuously as a way of like evading culpability for their behavior or like deceiving people, basically. You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of like the male feminist stereotype or archetype, right? Where it's like a disingenuous attempt to let people's guard down so then you can like predate on them more. I guess I said this yesterday, but it just kind of reminds me a little bit of how I feel like black people, not only do they do this, I think they're right to do this, are a little bit suspicious of white guys who go on and on and on and on about how not racist they are, right? You know what I mean? Like, past a point, you have to look at that and you have to go, okay, like, that's good, but you're investing a lot of energy into projecting that impression, which makes me wonder about, you know, like, if you might be rebalancing for something. We've talked a lot on this stream about how like the root cause of fascism is often sexual insecurity. The problem is that like sexual insecurity or sexuality and gender expectations, these other like baseline demographic personality things, you know, they're a really fundamental part of how a lot of people think, and most people don't want to give credit to that, you know? Most people like to think that the things they believe, the things they say, the positions they have are formed through this like rational process of analysis and evaluation that they can justify what they think or what they believe. They have reasons for it. In reality, a lot of the stuff that you believe is just kind of like a product of circumstance, and that's not innate, that's not inevitable. You can work on all of that, but for most people, most of the time, I think you're mostly like post hoc rationalizing stuff you already have feelings in the direction of. Do you think the internet's starting to do this thing where they go, actually, this person who's revealed to be terrible is also untalented all along? Yes, and I think that's stupid. Obviously, bad people can be good artists and vice versa. I think that oftentimes when you hear bad, like, allegations about a person, it will then make you less charitable and you can reflect on their work in that context. But, like, the belief that bad people must produce bad art is dangerous because it then gives you, like, a free pass to ignore bad things done by people who produce inarguably good art. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to follow that line of logic down. Yeah, like Kanye. Kanye, objectively a phenomenal artist. Maybe, I mean, he's been on the downhill for a while because his brain is actually like liquid now. But I've seen so many people struggle with that, where they're like, you know, how can Kanye be bad when he, you know, fucking made Graduation or whatever? And it's like, you know, it would also be essentialism. Yeah, you got to avoid that. There's probably a correlation, but yeah, there's probably some correlation. I'm just saying that, you know, you should probably just, if you hear about allegations against an artist, it's probably not the best time to turn it into a story about how you're super smart because your media analysis skills allowed you to detect that they were bad and stinky beforehand because you didn't like their art or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, they know what I mean. I don't know why I'm trying to talk to YouTube chat. Like, I'm down there at the fucking monkey pen, getting feces thrown at me. I had a very sensitive subject, too. That's it. Privilege is revoked. It's over. It's not coming back. Timu VGG. Yeah. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, sorry if you're upset about it, then maybe the good chatters should have outnumbered the bad chatters. But the good chatters get complacent, and the bad chatters never sleep. So, you get what you get. Was there a point I was trying to get at here? I don't know. Vaush is literally annoyingly self-hating about men. What the fuck are you talking about? Self-hating? When the fuck? I don't do that shit. Self-hate, that gets more into the like the uwu soft boy male feminist archetype I'm talking about. I don't talk about me. Talk about broader issues. You have to detach the systemic critique from the interpersonal, okay? It's also okay to be subject to a systemic fault, but not be personally like really accountable for it. You know what I mean? Like every guy to an extent has some toxic masculine traits, but I'm not going to go up guy to guy and be like every fucking guy in the world and be like, hey, this is your fault. Like, you know, you just have to, you have to take things in stride. Some people are so insecure, you know? You can't say shit. This is like the 4th time now I've said I can't take YouTube chat seriously, and I keep responding to stuff I say in YouTube chat. What am I supposed to do, folks? What am I supposed to do? It's a goddamn crucible in there.